Hi everybody, thank you for coming to this episode of the Kaz. Well, it's that time of year again. I got another calendar from my parents for Christmas. It's something that they always do. They've always done it since I started liking Star Trek back in the 90s. Oh, no, back in 1987, but they've done it through the 80s and 90s, 2000s, and up until now for 2022. Here is Star Trek, the original cast, with Uhura, McCoy, Spock, and Kirk. Well known within the Star Trek universe. Within the Star Trek fandom, this is a popular and well-known publicity shot of these characters. It's published by a company called Universe. So let's unwrap it and see what 22 brings us. Okay, let me take my handy-dandy razor blade here and just go down the side here, just a little bit, not too much, so don't slice the pages here. And there we go. Just take the plastic off. So here we have it. Let's look at the back here. Get a little preview of the back here of all the months here and what it's basically going to look like. Okay, so let's flip it open here. And so what we have here are the last few months of 2021 from September, October, November, and December. Of course, starting out with one of the best months of the year. And what do we have here? Oh, we got the Mirror Universe. Mirror, mirror. We have Uhura here confronting Sulu, who is trying to attack her. The Mirror Universe there. And it's January 2022. Try to focus in there if you wanted to pause and see what any of those days are that are highlighted. For the most part, they're holidays. So let's see what Mirror, Sulu, and Uhura say. Sulu says, "You take a lot of chances, Lieutenant." And Uhura replies, "So do you, mister. So do you." You tell him, Uhura. Give him another scar on that face of his. And this is from this side of Paradise. Got Kirk and McCoy there. Kirk talking into a communicator. For February of 2022. No animals. That's peculiar, said McCoy. Groundhog Day. February, March 2022 has Spock and his Vulcan liar in Charlie X. And let's see. Spock says, "Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary." Charlie says, "Very nice, Mr. Ears." So Spock's quoting one of my favorite poems. I haven't seen any actors' birthdays here. Usually they'll show actors' birthdays, but it's mainly just holidays. St. Patrick's Day, Full Moon, Ash Wednesday, first day of spring, daylight savings. Yeah, I don't see... Oh, if I see any, if I notice any, I'll try to mention it. But here's April 2022, Metamorphosis with Scotty and Uhura there. Scotty looks very confused. He's pondering something. And Uhura, what is she saying? "It's a big galaxy, Mr. Scott." Yes, it is. It's an even bigger universe. That's May 2022. With Chekhov in a mock time. Says, geez, usually it's only one quote, but it looks like they're getting more quotey here in this calendar this year. Usually it's just one person saying something, but Sulu says, "How do you figure it, Chekhov? First we're going to Vulcan, then we're going to Altair, then we're headed to Vulcan again, and now we're headed back to Altair." Well, sometimes that happens, Sulu. And what does Chekhov say? "I think I'm going to get space sick." Okay, no actor birthdays this month here. And, it's, okay, here's the middle. It's the apple with those buff guys and women with really bad blonde wigs. And no actors' birthdays here. And the two quotes here are from Kirk and Akuta. Kirk says, "How do you talk to Val? Val calls me, only then." It's disappointing that some of these calendars recently, the past couple of years, have not had a centerfold of either artwork, some sort of artwork. Usually it's a major spread of the Enterprise here, or some sort of space scene that you never see, that some artists came up with. But, no, not this year. Oh, it's Kirk with his torn shirt, all sweaty, with a phaser rifle, and where no man has gone before. Up the pilot episode there. or one of the pilot episodes that Gene Roddenberry had to make for Paramount, for July of 2022. And Kirk's yelling at his friend there. Above all else, a God needs compassion. Mitchell! So there's July of 2022. August of 2022 has Pike in The Menagerie Part 2. It's Jeffrey Hunter there as Captain Pike. And down here it says, I'll break out of this zoo somehow and get to you. You bulbous-headed, veiny people that don't speak and only speak through thought. Plato's Stepchildren, with Uhura and Kirk there, dressing all Roman-like. For September 2022, the best month of the year. Uhura speaking with Kirk. I'm so frightened, Captain. I'm so very frightened. Kirk says, that's the way they want you to feel. It makes them think they're alive. So there's September 2022. Another one of my favorite months, October 2022, Friday's Child, with Sulu looking through the navigational controls there. Sulu says, phaser banks are ready, sir. And Scott replies, and we'll go right down their throat if necessary. Let's see if they have the belly for it. As he speaks in his Canadian Scottish accent. And November, another one of my favorite months because you get to eat a lot in that third week there. Elon of Troyes with Spock and Kirk. And there's only one quote here from Kirk. Mr. Spock, the women on your planet are logical. That's the only planet in this galaxy that can make that claim. I'm sure that's how William Shatner said it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that Shatner and Nimoy had both of their birthdays were in November. I'm pretty sure. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments here. And everyone's favorite episode, which I don't think is horrible, but this is supposed to be the worst episode, is Spock's Brain. And just the title pretty much says how bad it is. But here's December of 2022, another of my favorite months here. And McCoy says, of course, a child could do it. A child could do it. Of course, children should be performing brain transplants all the time, shouldn't they, doctor? But what day is Christmas on? Christmas is on a Sunday this year. Nice, another long weekend. If you're lucky enough to have either the 26th or the 23rd off, most likely it's, people are going to have the 26th off for a floating holiday or for that observance of Christmas. But another nice long weekend in 2022 for Christmas. But let's take a look at the back here. So we have all of the months here. January, February, March, April, May, June with the bad wigs, July, August has Pike, September, October, November, and Jingle Bell December. As Kirk's monologue in the beginning of the show during the title sequences here. But that's about it for this episode of the cast. So another calendar for my collection to put up on the wall and to go through during the year. So this was the Star Trek calendar for 2022. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments what you thought, what you think of this calendar. Thanks for coming to this episode of the cast. Please like and subscribe. Go to www.archangelproductions.org for more episodes of the Kaz. Check out my movies, my merchandise, and more Kaz videos, mini Kaz videos. Check out our Etsy shop where you can buy more merchandise. Again, thanks for coming. We'll talk to you later. Bye.